What is this? Can't you watch where you're going, old man? If you can't even do a simple job like this properly, maybe you should look for a nursing home instead of a job.
Mr. Antonio knew every sound in that building before the sun even rose. The low hum of computers in standby mode, the click of the central air conditioning turning on, and the echo of his own steps on the polished marble of the lobby. At 68, he was in charge of the cleaning. An invisible job to most, but for him, it was a mission of dignity. Every desk he cleaned, every floor he waxed, was one more step toward paying for the expensive medical treatment for his wife, Anna, whose smile in a photo in his wallet was the fuel for his long nights. He arrived before everyone else and left after the last executive went home, leaving behind a pristine environment, ready for the success of people who barely knew his name. Success, for some, goes to their heads too quickly. This was the case with Lucas, the new operations manager. Young, ambitious, and with an ego as polished as his Italian leather shoes, he saw Mr. Antonio not as a person, but as part of the furniture. For Lucas, respect was measured by job title, and Mr. Antonio's, in his view, was at the very bottom. The humiliation came on a Tuesday morning, in front of everyone. Mr. Antonio, while watering the large ornamental plant near Lucas's office, accidentally let a little water spill onto the floor. Before he could grab his cloth to dry it, Lucas stormed out of his office, talking loudly on his phone. He didn't see the small puddle, slipped slightly, and soiled the side of his expensive shoe. Fury contorted his face. "What is this? Don't you watch where you're going, old man?" he shouted, ending his call. The entire team, in their glass cubicles, stopped to watch. "I pay your salary to clean things up, not to make more of a mess. If you can't even do a simple job like this right, maybe you should be looking for a retirement home, not a job." Mr. Antonio, his face burning with shame, just lowered his head. "I'm sorry, sir. It was an accident. I'll clean it up immediately." He felt small, exposed, his dignity trampled along with the manager's wet shoe. He just wanted to disappear. At that exact moment, an even deeper silence fell over the office. Standing at the entrance to the floor was an older man in a sober suit, but with a presence that commanded immediate respect. It was Mr. Fernando, the founder and CEO of the company. An almost mythical figure who rarely came down to the operational floors. He had seen and heard everything. With calm, steady steps, Mr. Fernando walked toward the scene. Lucas, upon seeing him, immediately changed his posture, forcing a fake smile. "Mr. Fernando, what a surprise! I was just instructing the cleaning staff on our standards." The CEO did not smile back. His eyes, cold as steel, were fixed on Lucas. He ignored the manager and bent down, taking the cloth from Mr. Antonio's hand. To everyone's shock, the founder of the company knelt and began to dry the small puddle of water. He stood up and looked at Lucas. "Standards? Let me tell you about our standards, Lucas. In this company, the standard is respect. It's treating the person who cleans your floor with the same dignity you treat a client who signs $1 million check." He then turned to Mr. Antonio and placed a hand on his shoulder. "This man," he said, "is my father." Lucas's jaw dropped. The entire office held its breath. "My father taught me that no job is small when done with honor," the CEO continued. "He didn't need to work anymore, but he insisted on staying active, on having his own purpose. He chose this place, without telling me, to be close to me and to not feel like a burden. And today, you showed me that I have failed to build a culture where a man like him could be respected for who he is, not for the title he holds, but that failure will be corrected, starting with you. Pack your things, you're fired." That afternoon, Lucas left the building with a cardboard box in his hands, and from that day on, Mr. Antonio was no longer invisible. He was greeted with smiles, reverence, and a respect that his character had always deserved. but which someone else's arrogance had tried to erase. Comment, "Well deserved," if you think the manager got the lesson he earned. Share this story to remind everyone that dignity is not defined by a job title.